What if your body was quietly sending signals, hints about how many more healthy years you have left? Not just how you feel, but how long you might actually live. No, this isn't guesswork. Scientists have discovered certain signs, small, everyday details, that can tell us more about our future than most medical tests. And here's the surprising part. You might already be showing these signs. How fast you walk, how strong your hands are, even how often you talk with others. These clues could reveal more than your age ever will. In this video, we'll explore 7 proven signs that researchers say can predict your lifespan after 70. Not just how long you live, but how well. If you're over 70 or caring for someone who is, this might be the most important video you watch this year. Let's begin with the first sign. It's something you do every day and probably don't even notice. 1. Walking speed, the hidden indicator of lifespan. Have you ever thought that the way you walk, your natural pace, could tell doctors more about your health than some medical tests? It might sound surprising, but science says it's true. Walking speed isn't just a matter of mobility, it's a reflection of your overall health, especially after the age of 70. In fact, researchers call it a vital sign of aging. Why does walking speed matter? As we grow older, the body systems, like the heart, lungs, muscles, and brain, all need to work together just to help us move from one place to another. That's why your gait speed, how fast you naturally walk, is a reliable snapshot of how well your body is functioning. When you walk slowly, it might not just mean you're tired. It could signal something deeper, like decreased muscle strength, poor balance, reduced lung capacity, or even early-stage cognitive decline. Your walking speed often begins to slow down before serious symptoms appear, making it a powerful early warning sign. What does the science say? A major study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, in 2011 looked at over 34,000 older adults and found something remarkable. Seniors who walked faster than 1 meter per second, that's about 2.25 miles per hour, had significantly higher survival rates than those who walked more slowly. In some cases, walking speed predicted life expectancy better than age, sex, or chronic illness. The results were so consistent that some doctors began recommending gait speed testing as part of regular senior health assessments. In other words, how fast you walk is directly linked to how long you may live. What should you watch for? Here's what to notice in yourself or a loved one. Do you find yourself slowing down over the months or years? Do you need to hold on to furniture or the wall when walking around your home? Are you hesitant to walk outside because of fear of falling? Do you take unusually short steps or shuffle? If any of these sound familiar, it may be time to take a closer look at your physical health. What can you do? The good news is that walking speed can be improved at any age. Even small changes make a big difference over time. Start by measuring your walking speed at home. Choose a flat, 4-meter path, around 13 feet. Walk at your usual pace while someone times you. If it takes more than 4 seconds, you may be walking slower than 1 meter per second. Don't panic. This is simply a cue to take action. To improve, walk daily, even if just for 10 to 15 minutes. Focus on posture and stride length. Try to lift your feet and avoid shuffling. Consider gentle strength and balance exercises, like Tai Chi or chair squats. Make sure you're wearing supportive shoes and have clear walking paths at home. If you're unsure or notice sudden changes, talk to your doctor. Your walking speed might be telling you something that your last blood test didn't. Final thoughts on walking speed. Your walk is more than a way to get around. It's a reflection of your vitality. By staying aware of your walking speed, you're not just measuring your mobility, you're watching over your independence, your safety, and even your longevity. So the next time you take a stroll, remember, every step forward might just be a step toward a longer, healthier life. Chapter 2. Grip Strength, a predictor of overall health. Here's a question most people never ask. How strong is your handshake? It might seem like a small thing, but research tells us that grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of overall health and longevity, especially after the age of 70. In fact, studies have shown that a weaker grip is associated with higher risks of disability, cognitive decline, hospitalization, and even premature death. Why? Because grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a window into your entire body. Why grip strength matters. As we age, we naturally lose muscle. But how quickly and how much we lose varies widely. Grip strength reflects the condition of your muscles, nervous system, and even heart function. Think of it as a simple test that quietly reveals what's happening beneath the surface. A firm grip often means your muscles are working, your circulation is healthy, and your nervous system is still communicating efficiently. In contrast, a weak grip can be a red flag, not just for physical frailty, but also for cognitive decline and immune system weakness. One large-scale study published in The Lancet found that grip strength was a better predictor of mortality than blood pressure. That's right, your hand may know something your doctor doesn't. What to look for? Ask yourself, is it harder to open jars or carry grocery bags? Do your hands feel tired after basic tasks? Have you noticed a loss in strength when gripping everyday objects? If so, your body may be telling you it's time to rebuild some of that strength. But don't worry, it's not too late. In fact, this is one of the easiest areas to improve, and you don't need a gym or fancy equipment. Practical tips to improve grip strength. Here are a few exercises that you can do right at home. Squeeze a stress ball or tennis ball. Hold it for a few seconds, release, and repeat. Do this while watching TV or sitting in a chair. Use hand grip strengtheners. These are affordable, pocket-sized tools designed specifically for strengthening your grip. Do wrist curls with light weights or water bottles. Gently flex your wrists to build forearm strength. Try a towel ring. Twist a damp towel as if you're wringing out water. It builds finger, hand, and wrist endurance. Try doing 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions a few times a week. The key is consistency, not intensity. Small change, big impact. Improving grip strength doesn't just help you open jars or carry groceries. It's about keeping your independence, reducing fall risk, and even slowing cognitive decline. And remember, every time you squeeze that stress ball or open a tightly sealed jar, you're doing more than exercising. You're adding strength to your future. Because a strong grip today could mean a longer, healthier tomorrow. Let's move on to the next sign. This one doesn't involve your muscles, but your mind. And it might just be the most powerful predictor of all. Chapter 3: Cognitive Function, Your Brain's Clues to Longevity. You forget where you put your glasses. A name slips your mind. A word is on the tip of your tongue. Is it just age, or something more? As we grow older, it's natural to experience some mental slowing. But there's a difference between normal forgetfulness and early signs of cognitive decline, and that difference could be a clue to how long we'll live and how well. Why cognitive function matters. Your ability to think clearly, remember, solve problems, and express yourself is deeply connected to your overall health. Especially after age 70, a sharp mind often reflects a healthy brain, strong blood flow, and a well-functioning nervous system. In fact, your brain's performance is closely tied to your heart and vascular health. Good memory and fast thinking usually mean that oxygen and nutrients are reaching your brain efficiently. When that process starts to falter, it can be an early indicator that your body is struggling in other ways, long before symptoms show up elsewhere. What does the science say? Studies published in respected journals like Neurology and the BMJ have shown a clear connection. Older adults who experience early cognitive decline, especially with short-term memory, processing speed, or verbal fluency, are more likely to experience a shorter lifespan. One major study found that even small declines in thinking speed or vocabulary use predicted a higher risk of dementia, disability, and early death. But there's encouraging news. Just like your muscles, your brain can be trained, challenged, and strengthened, no matter your age. Warning signs to watch for. Not every memory lapse is cause for concern, but certain patterns deserve attention. Frequently forgetting recent conversations or appointments. Difficulty following instructions or recipes. Struggling to find common words during conversation. Getting lost in familiar places. Trouble with focus or multitasking. If these signs are persistent or worsening, it's a good idea to talk with a doctor or specialist. Early action can make a big difference. Practical ways to stay mentally sharp. Keeping your brain healthy doesn't require high-tech tools. Many of the best methods are simple, enjoyable, and cost nothing. Read daily. Books, newspapers, or even poetry stimulate different parts of the brain. Play games or do puzzles. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, card games, and strategy games like chess are all excellent brain workouts. Learn something new. A new language, musical instrument, or hobby builds new neural pathways. Talk regularly with others. Conversations challenge memory, vocabulary, and attention. Move your body. Physical exercise, especially walking, boosts blood flow to the brain and improves memory. Even just 15 minutes a day of focused mental activity can make a noticeable difference over time. Your mind is a muscle. Keep it moving. Your brain is one of the most powerful predictors of how well you'll age. A sharp mind leads to independence, better decision-making, and a higher quality of life. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present, engaged, and curious. The fact that you're watching this video is already a sign that your brain wants to stay active. A strong mind today can help carry you through the years ahead, with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Next, let's talk about something that can impact your lifespan just as much as your brain, your relationships. And what science says about loneliness might surprise you. Chapter 4. Social Connections, the Lifeline to Longevity. We all know that eating well and staying active are important for living longer. But what if the most powerful predictor of longevity was something as simple as having someone to talk to? That's the power of social connection, and the science behind it is clear. Loneliness isn't just painful. It's dangerous. Why social ties matter more than you think. When we think of health, we often focus on physical strength, blood pressure, or memory. But researchers have found that our relationships, the people we talk to, laugh with, and rely on, are just as important. Being socially connected doesn't just feel good. It reduces stress, lowers inflammation, improves immune function, and even protects against chronic illnesses like heart disease and dementia. In contrast, chronic loneliness increases the risk of early death by up to 26%, according to research reviewed by the U.S. Surgeon General. It affects the body similarly to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This isn't just emotional, it's biological. Scientific support, what the research says. One of the most powerful studies on this topic is the Harvard study of adult development, which followed individuals for over 80 years. The researchers wanted to know, what truly makes people happy and healthy as they age? The answer wasn't wealth, fame, or even exercise. It was the quality of their relationships. People who had strong social ties, friends, family, spouses, community, lived longer, got sick less often, and stayed mentally sharper well into old age. Other studies have confirmed this over and over again. The more socially engaged we are, the more likely we are to stay active, independent, and emotionally well. What to look for? Ask yourself these questions. Do I have someone I speak with regularly, daily, or weekly? Am I part of any groups, like a church, a club, or a senior center? Do I feel isolated, even when others are around? Have I stopped reaching out to friends or family? These are not just personal questions. They're health questions. And just being aware is the first step. How to strengthen your social life, at any age. Even if your circle is small or you've lost loved ones, there are still ways to build meaningful connection. Make a weekly call or visit. Choose a friend or family member and set a regular time to talk. Even 10 minutes helps. Join a local group or class. Community centers, churches, libraries, and senior clubs often host events, games, or book discussions. Volunteer. Giving your time not only supports others, it fills you with purpose and community. Try something new. A painting class, walking group, or language course can open doors to friendships you never expected. Embrace technology. Video calls, messaging apps, and even senior-friendly social platforms can keep you close to faraway loved ones. It's never too late to reconnect, and even one strong relationship can make all the difference. Loneliness is not just a feeling, it's a signal. If you've been feeling isolated, remember, you're not alone in feeling alone. Millions of seniors experience this too. But the good news is, it's something you can change, one conversation at a time. In the end, it's not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. And few things add more life than the people who walk alongside us. Next, we'll look at a surprising predictor of longevity, something most of us do without thinking, but that can quietly reveal a lot about our health, our ability to balance. Chapter 5. Ability to perform daily activities, ADLs, the hidden signal of health and longevity. What do brushing your teeth, getting dressed, and making a sandwich have in common? They may seem like simple, everyday routines, but for older adults, they're powerful indicators of health and longevity. When we talk about aging well, we often focus on big things, like avoiding disease or staying active. But sometimes, the clearest signs of our health are found in the smallest tasks. These are known as activities of daily living, or ADLs, and how easily you can perform them could quietly predict how long you'll live and how independent you'll stay. Why ADLs matter? ADLs include the basic things you do every day without even thinking. Dressing yourself, bathing or grooming, feeding yourself, using the toilet, moving around your home safely, preparing simple meals. When these tasks start to feel challenging, it's not just about inconvenience. It could be a warning sign of declining physical or cognitive function. Research shows that difficulty with ADLs is linked to higher risks of hospitalization, nursing home admission, and mortality. It often signals issues with strength, coordination, memory, or even depression. Scientific support, the quiet predictors. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who struggle with just 1 or 2 ADLs have a significantly higher risk of early death compared to those who remain independent. Why? Because the ability to live independently reflects the combined health of your muscles, joints, brain, heart, and emotional well-being. Loss of independence often means one or more systems are under stress, even if you're not in visible pain or illness yet. What to monitor? Here are some signs that shouldn't be ignored. Needing help with buttons, zippers, or tying shoes. Difficulty stepping in and out of the shower or tub. Unsteady when walking from room to room. Struggling to cook, clean, or manage daily routines. Fatigue or confusion while completing tasks that were once automatic. Often, these changes happen gradually, but a sudden shift, like needing help where you didn't before, is a red flag worth taking seriously. Practical ways to maintain or regain independence. The good news? Many of these functions can be preserved or even improved, especially if caught early. Strength training at home, light weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises can maintain muscle needed for daily movement. Occupational therapy. A trained specialist can show you techniques and tools to make tasks safer and easier. Simplify your environment. Grab bars in the bathroom, chairs with arms, non-slip shoes, and clutter-free pathways all reduce fall risk. Use assistive tools without shame. Reachers, sock aids, and easy grip utensils exist to support your independence, not take it away. Break tasks into smaller steps. If a full shower feels exhausting, try sponge baths every other day with seated support. Every small adaptation is a step toward empowerment. Independence is more than a goal, it's a lifeline. Being able to care for yourself, on your terms, is one of the most valuable forms of freedom. It boosts confidence, emotional well-being, and quality of life. And here's something to remember. Asking for help doesn't mean giving up. It often means taking smart steps now to stay independent longer. So the next time you tie your shoes, make your tea, or button a shirt, pause for a moment. These simple actions are signs of strength, and your strength matters. Coming up, we'll explore a subtle but powerful predictor of aging well, your walking speed. And what it might say about your future may surprise you. Chapter 6. Positive Outlook and Emotional Resilience. The mindset that extends life. We all face challenges as we age. Aches, losses, or changes we never expected. But what if how we respond to those challenges could shape not just how we live, but how long we live? That's the hidden power of emotional resilience and a positive outlook. It turns out, a hopeful heart and a steady mind aren't just comforting, they're life-extending. Why your outlook matters. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means facing reality with strength, perspective, and purpose. Research has shown that people who maintain a positive attitude, even in the face of difficulty, tend to live longer, recover more quickly from illness, have lower rates of heart disease and depression, experience greater daily well-being. Emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, has also been linked to better immune function, healthier behaviors, and stronger relationships. In short, your mindset affects your body, not in a vague, mystical way, but in measurable, biological ways. Scientific support, what the studies say. According to the Mayo Clinic, people who are optimistic tend to live longer and experience fewer chronic illnesses. A landmark study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that people with high levels of optimism had an 11% to 15% longer lifespan and were significantly more likely to live past age 85. Other research from Harvard and Yale shows that seniors who view aging positively live, on average, 7.5 years longer than those with a negative outlook on aging. Optimism actually reduces the body's stress response, helping to regulate blood pressure, lower inflammation, and support healing. How to recognize emotional resilience. Ask yourself, when life gets hard, do I feel overwhelmed, or do I seek perspective? Do I find reasons to be thankful, even on difficult days? Am I open to joy, laughter, and connection? Do I believe I still have purpose and meaning, no matter my age? If you're unsure how to answer, that's okay. Emotional strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one day, one thought, one habit at a time. Ways to cultivate a positive mindset at any age. Here are gentle, proven ways to nourish your emotional well-being. Practice gratitude. Keep a small journal or reflect each evening on 3 things you're thankful for. It rewires the brain to notice the good. Find a sense of purpose, whether it's mentoring, gardening, writing, or helping others. Having a reason to get up in the morning adds years to life. Connect with others. Spend time with those who uplift you. A warm conversation can shift your mood and your health. Limit negative input. Reduce time spent around toxic media or critical voices. Choose environments that promote peace and hope. Try mindfulness or prayer, whether spiritual or secular. Pausing to breathe, reflect, or pray has profound emotional benefits. Even small practices, like smiling more often or helping a neighbor, can ignite a positive ripple effect. Optimism is a choice and a strength. Being positive isn't about ignoring life's storms. It's about choosing to build shelter in the rain. Every time you choose hope, you're protecting not just your happiness, but your health. So when you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself, what am I looking forward to today? That one question can shift your entire day and maybe even extend your years. And now, we turn to our final sign, one that shows how well your body and brain work together, your balance, and why the ability to stand steady might say more than you think. Chapter 7. Body weight and muscle mass, the strength behind your years. As we age, we often worry about gaining weight. But there's something far more dangerous that too many overlook: losing the weight that matters most. In your 70s and beyond, unexplained weight loss and muscle decline aren't signs of getting leaner. They're often signals that your body is under stress. In fact, maintaining healthy body weight and muscle mass may be one of the most important predictors of how well and how long you live. Why it matters. You might be surprised to learn that in older adults, a little extra weight can be protective. But it's not just about the number on the scale, it's about what that weight is made of. Losing muscle mass, especially without trying, is a condition known as sarcopenia. And it's not just about physical appearance, it's deeply tied to your strength, balance, mobility, immunity, and even your risk of hospitalization and death. Sarcopenia affects nearly 1 in 3 adults over 70, and it often goes unnoticed until a fall, illness, or loss of independence reveals it. Scientific support, the muscle longevity connection. Multiple studies, including research published in the Lancet Public Health and the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, have shown that low muscle mass is linked to a greater risk of falls and fractures, higher rates of frailty, increased hospital stays and complications, and ultimately, shorter life expectancy. Seniors with higher muscle strength, even if they have a bit of extra weight, tend to live longer and stay independent longer than those who are thin but weak. This is why doctors today are paying closer attention to muscle mass as a vital sign of healthy aging. What to watch for? Watch for these red flags. Unintentional weight loss, more than 5% of body weight in 6 to 12 months. Clothes suddenly feeling loose. Struggling to carry groceries, rise from a chair, or climb stairs. Visible muscle loss in arms, legs, or shoulders. Fatigue with everyday tasks. If you're noticing these signs in yourself or a loved one, it's worth a conversation with your doctor. These changes are common, but they are not normal or irreversible. Practical ways to stay strong after 70. The good news? You can slow, stop, or even reverse muscle loss with simple, consistent habits. Protein-rich diet. Aim for at least 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. Include foods like eggs, beans, chicken, tofu, fish, dairy, and legumes in each meal. Strength or resistance training. Use light weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like squats or wall push-ups. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a week can help maintain or grow muscle. Stay active overall. Brisk walks, gentle yoga, and even gardening keep your body engaged and burning energy efficiently. Don't fear the scale, understand it. Occasional weigh-ins can help you track meaningful changes, especially if accompanied by muscle or fat measurements from your doctor or physical therapist. Check vitamin D and hormone levels. These can affect how well your body builds and preserves muscle, and they're easily managed with medical support. Strength is a form of freedom. When you're strong, you're independent. You can move, lift, reach, and live on your own terms. Building and keeping that strength isn't about looking younger. It's about aging with dignity and resilience. So don't worry if you can't run a mile or lift heavy weights. Worry if you stop trying to move at all. Because every small effort, every stretch, every step, every bite of healthy food is a promise to your future self. Now that you've seen all 7 signs that predict longevity after 70, let's wrap up with a few thoughts on how to take what you've learned and turn it into lasting strength and peace of mind. Now, before we wrap up, here's something important to remember. If you've noticed 2 or more of these signs in yourself or someone close to you, please don't panic. This isn't a prediction, it's a wake-up call. A gentle signal from your body asking for care, attention, and support. And the truth is, it's never too late to respond. Small changes make a big difference, especially after 70. One walk, one healthy meal, one meaningful conversation at a time, you can take back control. 7 scientifically proven signs that predict longevity after 70. Walking speed, grip strength, cognitive function, social connection, daily independence, ADLs, positive outlook and resilience, muscle and weight maintenance. You've come a long way in life, and that alone is something to celebrate. You carry decades of wisdom, love, and experience. And every step you take now to care for your body, mind, and spirit is an investment in more time, more memories, with the people and moments that matter most. Share this video with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to Life Advice for Elders Haven, where wisdom meets wellness, and every age is a chance to thrive.